Hi everybody, welcome to the latest video. It's your old mate Beatle Dave. I hope you're all well and dandy out there in YouTube world, Beatles land, members of the VC, music lovers, Beatles fans and anybody else that's come across this little video. Today we're going to be looking at another one of the Beatles on compact disc HMV box sets which were released in 1987. The one today is Yellow Submarine. Just looking on eBay and other certain internet selling sites before I came up to do this video, I looked to see how much these were, because when I bought these off the chap that I bought them off, which if you look at the first video in this series you'll know who it was, he said that this is a very, very rare one. And to be fair, these usually go for well over £100. There was one on eBay who wanted £300 for this. So we're going to have a look at it. I'll try and make it as quick as I can. So it is the Beatles on compact disc, Yellow Submarine, limited edition box set, exclusive to HMV. The number on this is BEACD 25/5. And this is a very, very low number. Each one of these were individually numbered on the lid of the box on the inside. So this is 000309. Nice picture. I'll stop you getting some glare. I hope you can hear me all right. I've remembered to switch my mic on today, but this is the new one that I haven't really tried out properly yet, so hopefully everything will be okay. Touch wood, touch wood. So what do we get? So we get the lovely outer box. We get a little pamphlet. Now this is weird because this looks like it's yellow and it's on green writing, and that is it. You just get that little toddy little bit of liner notes and a drawing there from the film. What do you think of the Beatles' Yellow Submarine? Do you think that the film is better than the album, or the album is better than the film? I'd say most people would say that the film is better than the album, but it is still classed as an official Beatles album, isn't it? Now, I think the thing that makes this quite rare, this Yellow Submarine HMV box set, is this. Now, this is cardboard, and you can actually cut all this out and then make your own cardboard Yellow Submarine. Now, because these haven't been used, I should imagine that makes it more rare than if they have been used, if that makes sense. Like I say, one on eBay, 300 and something pound they wanted for this, and it wasn't in as nice a condition as this, to be honest. So yeah, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Excuse me. Then we get the CD. Of course, when this album originally came out in 1969, you know, it only actually had 4 newish Beatles songs on it, didn't it? So side one of the album would have been Yellow Submarine, which was from 1966. Only Northern Song, Altogether Now, Hey Bulldog, and It's All Too Much. They were the new songs on this album. Then you got All You Need Is Love from 1967. Then side 2 was Pepperland, Sea of Time, Sea of Holes, Sea of Monsters, March of the Meanest, Pepperland Laid to Waste, Stephen, and Yellow Submarine in Pepperland. That is the onto the CD. That is or the catalogue number and the spine. Silver CD. As I said on the, just bear with 1 second, folks. Sorry about that. I just had a sneezing fit. Yeah. So where was we? Yeah. So this is how the CDs came out in 1987. Now, 1987, as I've said before, that was the first time the Beatles CDs were ever released in the UK officially. You could go out into the shops and buy these on their own. So that's the CD in all its glory. No mention of Apple anywhere on these though. Oops. I think that started a few years later, didn't it? Lovely, lovely CD. It's going to be hard to see that, isn't it, with the lights and everything. Looks unplayed, to be honest. It probably is unplayed. You do get a little pamphlet thing with it, which is basically the liner notes off the back of the original album by the looks of it. It's a bit of recording information, and then a nice picture there. So that's that. That's for this. Yeah, you do get the Beatles yellow submarine badge with the HMV logo on it. You see that? And you get it in this card thing to get it out of. Which, I mean, this card is very, very nicely made. I've said before, this is very, very reminiscent of the intro for the Beatles 1970 Let It Be box set, although this is a much sturdier card. And when I say that is, it's roughly the same size, but that would have been a little bit bigger because the Get Back book would have gone on that, on the Let It Be box set. Um, so that's all the goodies. So that is how that came out in 1987. Now in 2009, all of these CDs were re-released again, weren't they? And they're done like this. So they're like miniature albums, aren't they? Artwork's basically the same. You do get the original sort of like back on that. And then this would open up. You get the disc on an Apple label, trifold sleeve, and then you get a little booklet, which is basically just telling you what it's about the album, bits about the film, some pictures from the movie, the blue meanie. Blue meanies are getting everywhere, folks. Beware the blue meanies. There you go. But I mean, it makes me laugh because they've done all this for reissue in the 2009. Want it the 9th of the 9th, 09 or something. But why couldn't they have done something like this? Put a little pamphlet like this into that. And I've said before, you know, by doing these, I'm really beginning to appreciate how good these box sets were. And if Apple are short of a bit of money, you know, because they haven't released anything for a couple of weeks now, have they, Apple or Universal Music? Why don't you just re-release these? You know, get like that, get one of these newer CDs, put it in there like that, look, because it fits. Yeah, and you could probably charge, I don't know, 50 quid for these, couldn't you? Is that just me being a cynic? That's just me putting a bit of humour into it. But in all honesty, I think if Apple did do that, I think some people would still go out and buy these. And like I said, if they were at a decent price, people would buy them, wouldn't they? You know, we all like to have a go at the record companies and things saying, you know, they're ripping us off and this, that, and the other, but we still go out and buy them, don't we? But yeah, these, I think, these box sets, these HMV box sets, are becoming quite popular. I've had a hell of a lot of comments, mainly on the first one. I think most people commented on the first one, and not many people have commented on the second one. Yet the second one's had more views for some reason. Um, But yeah, I think a lot of people were like me and they'd forgotten about these box sets. And obviously, if you live outside the UK, I don't think you could actually even get these box sets at the time. So, you know, people like in America, Australia, Japan, Canada have probably never seen these. Excuse me for coughing, but I've got a bit of hay fever. Yeah, so like I've said before, for what I paid for these, I bought 5 of these. Now, a little bit of news, just to finish this video off with. Since I got the original 5, so the original 5 were Magical Mystery Tour, the Beatles White Album, Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, and Let It Be. Um, since then, I've been looking around and I've managed to find the Sergeant Pepper one, which was missing out of these. And I've also found the red box, which came yesterday, which is Help, Rubber Soul, and Revolver. And guess what? I've even found the black box, which is the first one of these that came out, which is the hardest one to find. That should be here in the next few days. So that is Please Please Me with the Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, and Beatles for Sale. And they are actually mono CDs. So, you know, this series might go on for a few episodes, but I might take a break after this one, do a couple of other videos, and then come back to it. Or if you want me to just carry on and do like a little video on each of these, which I have been doing, then I'm quite happy to do that as well. Once again, thank you to everybody that has been leaving me comments on these box sets. I do think it's brought a lot of memories back to a lot of people, and you know, some people didn't even know these existed. So, you know, as a video and as entertainment and as a bit of educational purposes, it's done its purpose, and it's made people start thinking about these and remembering them. And no doubt, you'll all be going out now to look at them and try and find them on eBay. Good luck if you do, but just be wary. There is some very, very underhand sellers out there. I don't know if it was eBay or it was one of the other online sites. They'd got a whole set of these. So they've got all the ones that I've just mentioned. Then they've got Past Masters 1 and Past Masters 2, which they came out in 1988. And the Red and the Blue albums did actually come out in this box set form, but not till 1993, I think it was. But they'd got all of them, and they wanted 2,000 and something pound for the whole set. Um, That's not why I bought them. I just bought them because it was a little bit different. You know me, I like to get things a little bit different. So whatever, however, ever you listen to your music, whether it's on cassettes, on good old records, or even CDs, even if you stream music, just enjoy it. That's what it's there for. It's to be enjoyed. So once again, thank you to everybody that is watching the videos. Leave me comments. If you've liked this video, just do me a favour and just, you know, leave me a thumbs up after you've watched it. And I'm going to wish you all peace, love and happiness. And I will see you again very, very soon. I hope this video's turned out all right with this microphone. So just remember, Beatle Dave loves you all. And cheerio to the next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.